So Jubeda is here, and she was asked to greet her visitor to the city at the Liverpool 1 bus station at the National Express coach bays 1 and 2, which is where she picks up the story from.
Hi everyone, so I just firstly want to say thank you to Destination Liverpool and Engage for inviting me to be a private concierge for my wonderful guest who's travelling by coach. I would have to say the longest journey as well. My person that I've created is a creative, because I'm from the creative background. They're a spoken word artist, a lovely, amazing artist that wants to find out a little bit more about the creativity in Liverpool and the diverse arts particularly. So they're arriving on, and I've actually picked a date, this Friday, to be very precise, at 8 o'clock is their journey, and they are on a very grueling trip from London all the way to here, 6 hours. So guys, yeah, I'm hoping that's going to be well received. So I'm going to be bringing some champers out when they come and say hello, greet them nicely into Liverpool. And I'm not going to pick any kind of hotel in the main city centre, because I'm going to take them to the heart of the community that is Toxteth in Granby Winter Garden. And the Granby Winter Garden was open to the public recently, and with the help of Turner Prize-winning architect collective Assemble, they created a secret indoor garden within 2 houses in Liverpool that was renovated at the heart of Granby 4 Streets Rejuvenation Project. And it's a lovely space upstairs. When you go into the Granby Winter Garden, there's a gorgeous tree right in the heart of the building with a gorgeous chandelier that comes down. So when this person stays in the Airbnb, they look out and that's their palace. So there's nobody else sharing this space with them. It's all theirs. So this is a lovely designed space, absolutely gorgeous, and it's used for workshops, events, artist residencies, social gatherings. So it really goes from a place that's from my heart, particularly community led as well. So this space is in L8, and this will also enable the person to experience a sense of community as well, and the hospitality from the local community, greeted by the lovely Eleanor and Hazel, who have been managing the property as well. So yeah, it's not that fancy for me. So they're now tired, so I'm going to give them a bit of time to take a little shower and get freshened up before I take them out to Elif for a little meal. Afternoon meal at 4:30, Bowl Street, Elif. Now, as you know, this is a port city, and the migrant communities and the black communities and also lots of Irish communities, lots of communities make up the part and bulk of Liverpool, and these are the things that we should be celebrating. So I took them for a lovely Turkish barbecue in Elif. I got them a nice cheeky little drink as well, which they loved. They were able to experience a lovely art space as well that they can use in future, if they ever want to do anything up in Liverpool creatively, and also now enjoying a lovely meal at Bowl Street. How can I leave Bowl Street without actually taking them to News for Nowhere, where you can find lots of creative books, and I'm going to mention some books right now actually. Patrick Graham, 3 Little Jamaicans English Adventure, Malik Al-Nasir, Letters to Gil, Ashley Nugent, Locks. So you get lots and lots of lovely black literature as well from the local community that have lived and born, bred in Liverpool, with lots of lovely stories of adversity and fighting all that as adversity. So yeah, the poet is really, really interested in reading all of these books. So yeah, moving on, sorry. I'm an adopted Scouse as well, but my heart is in the community, guys. So I'm just going to take it up. Sorry, I've gone a page down. Apologies. Since we're on Bowl Street as well, Natalie, I do take them into Leaf because I love the lovely fusion teas that they are, and I love my personal drink is the chai latte with lovely coconut milk with a dash of honey. So I definitely love that, and obviously there's lots of choice of little treats as well. If they're still not filled up by Leaf, they can have a little snack there as well. There's lots of lovely starters and stuff they can still nibble on. So yeah, after that I'm taking my guest to Royal Court Theatre, because I'm in the arts industry, and how can you not go to Royal Court Theatre when it's our Scouse Theatre? Do you see what I mean? That's just something we celebrate, particularly in Liverpool, because the Royal Court is known to produce amazing Scouse pieces. Recently, Bouncers as well, if anybody got to see that, celebrating some amazing, again, local talent. Moving on, the play I've chosen is Home Baked. So out of hard times, something magical can arise. And again, it's bringing back this sense of community that Liverpool is very strong on, and the socialist feel of Liverpool. And I've taken them to watch Home Baked. It's a lovely musical, and it's really about hard work, hope, and pies. Lots of pies, to be honest. Back in 2012, the people of Anfield faced losing a huge chunk of their local community to property developers, which is a common factor in Liverpool, let's just say, isn't it? With these property developers. But the community have always fought back, and things were looking bleak until a group of like-minded individuals got together and declared enough is enough. And seeking a place of local lads to earn a crust, they transformed a crumbling old bakery, and Home Baked was born. So it's a lovely Scouse play, something really that we should celebrate, particularly community as well. Moving on. Obviously, this plays at 8 o'clock. I'm going to then take them out for a few drinks just nearby the courtyard. After that, I'm going to give them a bit of rest, because I've already had a long journey, guys, because I've got a coach person here. Do you know what I mean? So after our drinks, I'm taking them home. I have decided to take on the Saturday, so we're on the Saturday now, 9th of October, I'm taking them for breakfast at Squash. Now, Squash is a bold and ambitious community organisation, again rooted in homegrown on Windsor Street in Toxteth, Liverpool, 2010. They've also won some awards as well with BBC Food Awards, embracing an arts and food and environmental focus. And it's again a diverse group of local people growing their own produce, selling their own produce, and really changing, making a positive impact in the neighbourhood. And not only that, they do some amazing turmeric shots. I don't know if anybody's had those turmeric shots, but they give you those amazing boosts, vitamin C boosts. You've got turmeric in there, you've got lots of peppers in there, lots of ginger in there to help you with your immunity this winter. So definitely, it's getting cold, isn't it, guys, out there, a bit chilly. So after that, after our enjoying our lovely, and it's also a vegan breakfast as well, just to kind of trying to keep off the meat diet a little bit, you know, trying to save the planet and all, you know, so definitely taking them for a vegan or vegetarian kind of breakfast. After that, I'm taking them to another art space, guys. It's going to be very artsy, my one. But again, like my heart is within the community, it's also within grassroots arts as well. So I'm taking them to the Northern Lights at the Royal Standard to watch a piece called Vart. Okay, and it's a emotional odyssey of virtual reality art and contemporary paintings inspired by lived experiences of people from diverse cultures and backgrounds. This visual arts exhibition leads you through a digital virtual reality and analog of intercultural experiences, blending the digital future. We're talking digital because everything's digital these days, especially we've seen with COVID, how we've had to adapt with the memories of the past. This collaboration demonstrates innovation, social conscious, and opens doors for all people. Now, it's a particular piece by a company called Four Wings. It's a women's organisation that works alongside survivors of trauma and abuse, predominantly asylum seekers and refugees. And as you know, that's again another space that my heart really wants to support, especially being a port city, coming back to that. And while we're all creative, not everybody has access to cultural spaces. So it's really important that we continue to break those glass ceilings and give those opportunities and break those barriers. So yeah, so we're at 11:30 now. I am taking them to Aspen Yard. Has anyone heard of Aspen Yard? Right, so Aspen Yard, guys, is just off Lodge Lane, the ethnic area of Lodge. 1 minute. Oh my God, I've got 1 minute. Okay, so I've got to go quickly. Aspen Yard, shop for some local honey from biodiversity, a lady called Andrea Q, and you can get honey from different areas of Merseyside. Nowhere else, guys. Toxteth honey. You can get Kensington honey, Liverpool bees, balms, polishes, waxes, all from local Liverpool honey, candles. And then we're also going to get some art from Okoma Arts. She's also got a studio space there. Buy some African spirituality arts. And then I'm going to take them to a light lunch at 1 o'clock at Coffee Lodge. Again, with the Yemeni community being another migrant community that I've come across here. It's a lovely community and a lovely food. They do the lovely mezes. Honestly, again, gorgeous mezes that they do there, lovely mint fresh drinks as well. And then I'm taking them to the Caribbean Centre at 2:30. It's a very tight schedule, guys. Caribbean Centre, because now they're reopening their doors and there'll be a hot drinks and chill tunes. Also getting them introduced to Barry the Beekeeper. If you know Barry the Beekeeper, he actually saved Pizza Express not recently, maybe a year ago, and actually moved a beehive that was settling in on Hope Street on the pizza place. No bee suit, guys. No bee suit. Absolutely amazing, authentic and powerful Barry the Beekeeper. Then I'm taking them to another exhibition at NML Museums, and this is where I take them to the Toxteth Uprise exhibition. If you haven't seen it, it's up until the 15th of October, and it is one that's been conducted by BlackFest, and it's commemorating all the art activists during the Toxteth Uprise in 1981, known as the riots in the papers, but we'd like to call it the uprise. So after that shower change, I'm taking them to the celebration night to get their boogie on, and this is a celebration event at the Philharmonic Hall, guys. Grab your tickets. On the 9th of October, BlackFest are bringing lovely Yamtree Afrofusion food, again, ancestral African spiritual food, celebrating the yam, celebrating a vegan, ancestral knowledge, rights back to basics of botanical, and really not reclaiming, I don't like to say reclaiming, claiming that knowledge that we are as ethnic peoples relearning and re-educating. And then we've got jerk and juice with lots of Jamaican gorgeous food. So we've had Yemeni food, we've had jerk and juice Jamaican food, and now we're going to also have some African food, and we also have had some Yemeni food. And now, so that's a celebration night with lots of local Liverpool artists, talent, lovely stage chaos. So have a look at that. It's still online, guys. And then Sunday they do part from me after having a good night boogie with lots of female local DJs like Girls Don't Sink as well, partying all the way through the night at Philharmonic Hall. We've seen Royal Philharmonic Hall. There's lots of other spaces I could have loved to have taken them, but yes, they part from me 7:50 coach on the London back to London, and they arrive at 12:40 so I hope my persons enjoyed Liverpool and seen a bit of culture.